They lied to us.
Who did?
The people at Stax told us a goddamn lie.
No, they didn't. They were doing.
Ain't nowhere in hell. Otis Redding was 26 years old.
Yeah,
that man looked 49.
Wait a second.
Well, he wasn't from Memphis. He came from out of state. Said, I mean, it's not like nigga wasn't nobody researching.
That nigga was 53 years old. Talking about he was 26.
It is a fact that everybody looked old
back in the day.
Back in them days.
Dude, everybody.
Did you see him?
Dude.
I'm trying to find.
Dude. I'm agree with you though on that. But.
You see the way his hair was growing?
Yeah. He was good, but he was just old. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking man child. The Black Benjamin Button.
On the farm.
Yeah.
Just being in the sun, weather
seasons you.
Nah, fuck all that.
You don't get no laugh lines. You just get wrinkles.
Also too the.
You know what I'm saying? You don't get laugh lines.
The just mustache.
The what?
Just the mustache.
Just the mustache.
That automatically, I don't give a fuck how old you are.
Put 10 on you.
It
It's
just
gotta put 10
makes
on
you look old.
It's good.
Depending on how you look.
Christ. You like, think about it.
You be like, you 74 in it?
Why you didn't play that? Otis Redding. No, you didn't.
That was sitting Doc in the Bay.
No, I'm talking about.
Hey,
you know what I'm talking about. The
Try a little tenderness.
Force that damn thing down.
The start of that record.
The whole record.
Sure.
A hard time getting off.
Wait, sitting by the Doc in the Bay?
No, tenderness.
Nigga.
No, put that on. Put that on. In fact, that any dude who's ever dealt with any woman, this is a prayer. Hey, this is
She
testimony
came back
right here.
after this. If you uttered what that meant, listen, wherever his woman went,
Yeah.
We're gonna let it
well, they wasn't on the phone.
No, they were on the phone.
He called her at the gate.
Hey, right. He ran to the bus stop.
Called her.
They had the best brand section.
She may be weary.
It's the tone, though.
Them young girls, they do get weary.
But no,
That same
and then he brought it back.
dress. Yes. With the organ coming in, stop.
Nah, this nigga was different.
when she gets weary.
And it's the tone, what he was able to do with his voice,
as
being
an
able
instrument.
to, but being able to give you that emotion with the tone of his voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's everybody can't do that because somebody can sing these notes and
Right.
it's still
You ain't gonna
going.
get that hit.
You ain't gonna because you can feel that shit here. Like he means this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh,
Just
Anticipating. This nigga mad.
for thing that she'll never.
I wish this nigga still had the DJ app.
Exactly.
listen, I got another thing. Singers
man.
don't sing like this, bro.
you know where I'm going with this shit. Because I hear all.
Whoever
it's
your
like 6
best
of them.
singer is today, they don't sing like this.
There's no soul in it.
They don't sing like this. Whoever you want to pick, maybe, yeah, well, not whoever.
There's a few.
There's a few.
Give me one.
There's no one popular.
Right.
Give me one.
Say somebody.
Give me one.
I say Beyonce can reach
October
the
London right now, he's new though. He's new. But October London, his voice reminds people of Marvin Gaye, so people don't want to hear it in the same way. But as far as getting that tone across,
I give
like
you-
the
I give you
feeling
the
and the
back end.
soul.
But do he mean
Lucky-
that, or do he just
No.
sound like someone that done it?
I can give you one. Lucky Day can do it.
Lucky Days Fly.
But he just doesn't do it enough because he does the popular
Kelly
R&B
can do it.
now.
Staples. R. Kelly had it.
Kills.
Yeah, kills.
And
but no, what I'm talking
you know
about.
who else can do it?
Ma.
T-Pain.
No, what you're talking about.
Like T-Pain can actually do it.
sing.
No,
I've actually heard.
I think what we naming is people that write their own songs.
No.
So when somebody else writes a song,
No, I know what
for
you're
you don't
saying.
have that same
I know what you're
He
saying.
wrote this
You're
for
saying-
somebody else.
No,
I mean,
you're
he's writing
saying-
this to a woman he loves.
But what? And that's what I'm talking. You're talking about people that can sing.
No. That's
ain't
not what I'm
talking
talking
about
about.
a
That's
person-
not what I'm talking about.
When you hear that, that's more than singing. That's
No.
more than carrying
You're
It sounds
talking-
on.
personal. It sounds personal.
You're talking about whatever.
You didn't hear them cry. And sing
Yeah.
like
You're talking about them trying to get
that emotion.
for example, in a different form, it's what Kendrick does with his voice as far as being able to transmit emotion with his voice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Stop. Kanye had it on the hate.
This is why I was so upset at Kanye though when he chopped it up. you didn't use. It was so many elements of the song that you could have used on top of that. You know what I'm saying?
We got it.
But how they did it was cool with them going back and forth with no chorus. It worked for what it worked for what he was trying to do.
I say this, it grew on me.
Yeah.
I did not. I was like, dog, you chop tenderness, but this is all you did. You just looped. Excuse me. You just looped that one 4 bars over and over. Nothing else.
Nice record, though.
Nothing else. It's so many elements in that song that they could have used.
But
many.
But he took that from what was happening underground with like Rock Mars at the time, and that West Side and Griselda. That's what he was on. But trying to do that in a like, oh, we're gonna do this because it's me and Jay. You know what I'm saying? So this is it's cleaner. It's not as dirty.
It's clean.
It's this. It's that. So
But
I'm
you
gonna
could
give
do
that
so much
feel
more.
with it.
Stax Doc.
And Hit Boy too.
Yeah.
Stax Doc.
While we're talking about these, is because these musicians and artists were from the great Stax Records. It was a Memphis-based record company. Founded by a white dude, but he seemed like he was a cool white dude. Right?
Cool white dude. There were
He
cool
tried
white
country
There
first,
were
though.
cool white dudes.
He tried country.
Nobody trying to hear that shit.
I know, and he said it. He said it. He was like, "Wasn't nobody trying to hear this shit."
Nobody trying to hear it.
But that shit didn't go nowhere.
Which is wild because you in Tennessee.
Did everybody finish it? I know you.
I didn't
know you
finish
don't
it.
watch
Yeah,
I finished
Yeah,
it.
I finished it.
I did start. I didn't finish it.
I finished.
When I went back to it, somebody knocked me off my Netflix account.
How many episodes? Just first episode?
2.
Okay, 2 episodes.
enough.
So you saw Otis when Otis passed.
Oh yeah.
The concert is 3, right? The Coliseum.
it's the last.
This
I
last.
was
That's
gonna
on
say,
4.
I don't know nothing about that.
I just watched it again because I showed it to their parents and my dad he knew nothing about Stax, but he knew all
Really?
the music.
Really?
Oh,
He
he
knew all
just
the
didn't know where it
music.
came
He
from.
didn't- He didn't know.
He thought it came from Motown, didn't he?
Wherever, you know what I'm saying?
It didn't matter.
But back then we didn't. We only paid attention to the artists. We didn't pay attention to where they were signed.
Well, I disagree
Back
with
then,
that.
you didn't do
Motown-
nothing because
Motown
you
was
wasn't here
bigger
back
than
then.
No, hold on.
I
'Cause
disagree with
how her pops isn't as old as you would think he is.
No, he's 5 years older than me.
No, so what I'm saying.
So think about that. That makes sense.
It makes
If you was
sense.
talking about
yeah.
I'm saying if you were talking about
I'm not talking about another generation. He's not the next
right,
generation.
if you were talking about my dad and in the sense, and it was
okay.
like
Generation
you
that
don't know
was-
Stax, dad would be like, of
Right.
course I do.
When the
Bah,
music
bah, bah, bah,
dropped.
bah, bah. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I was just surprised in the Stack. My takeaway or the observation that I had from it was the fact that how they've done such bad business, and it would have. We've seen that same bad business cripple so many record companies that they stayed afloat every time they needed. They did bad business. They returned with a hit. It just shows that a hit will always.
Always.
It was
the fact-
Moses.
But no, because
Moses saved
Moses-
him, bro. Let's keep
Yeah,
it
but
100.
they lost that.
They
That's
lost
not
that.
sugarcoat.
Wait,
No.
all right,
How long did they have Moses?
But it's
Everybody
multiple.
Well,
can't talk-
because the
everybody
paperwork
can't talk
wasn't-
at once.
Okay.
It wasn't.
Paperwork wasn't in the water,
Okay.
but
It wasn't just Moses because initially
that.
Booker T and the MG saved them. Originally,
They got saved.
I can see
4
that.
times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like,
episode
every
was-
time.
at the
Yeah, it's a
end, they
different
had to get
hit.
saved. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When they had the
So the rest of these episodes, that's how
they
all of them
lose
end
every
on.
episode. At the end of
Damn.
every episode, it hooks you to the next one because
Right,
they lost.
right.
The fucking the Isaac Hayes, they lost
Yeah,
all
all
of
of
that shit
them.
because that's why they had to create Truth Records. And then when they created Truth Records, because they
Yeah.
took Stax. And when they created Truth Records just to put out music, just to make music, which most music niggas would have quit. Most niggas have been like, it's over. Most niggas have been like, you know, we have no legal standing to do anything. And they was like, all right, let's just make another record company. And the first record on that new record company was Woman to Woman. It was
Tough.
fucking Woman to Woman.
Tough.
that's a tough record.
So what I'm
It's
saying
tough.
is that puts you back in, like, a hit is always gonna,
Yeah, he gonna be.
it's gonna keep you at the table.
But that's how
Before-
artists
it's gonna
know.
always
That's
keep you
why
at the
artists
table.
always, if they fall, it's like all I need is one. Just give me the one.
And
I'll
made
be
me think
right
about
back
Puffy. I
out.
wonder if he's like, I wonder if
But
I know I could get one.
he can't
Also-
get
Get right back
jail
in
yet.
the.
they
R.
went and
Kelly tried it from jail.
they went and
Hey,
got
bro,
they went and got that hit from the vault because they had a bunch of music that never, like, sessions with various people and Booker T and the MGs
wasn't in the catalog that they never released.
if it never got released, then it wasn't in
wasn't in
the
the
shit.
contract.
So a lot of the way they was able to re-up because they had so much music in the catalog that wasn't released, and Woman to Woman kind of came from a recording session that was from previous that basically somebody went and was like,
And this,
I can do something with that.
This why the white dude's so cool. This why the white dude's so cool. Wait, am I cool?
I don't know.
You fine.
Let's see the reason.
Let's hear it.
He sold the shares. He got out of it.
And then reinvest.
And then came back and reinvested, not to let it.
What was the Limbo song when they put the marimba in it? That was when they
when the
episode
limbo
was
was
that?
hot. 3, I think.
That was 3.
I think
Okay.
it was
So that was the end of 2. They ended up taking
A fucking limbo song.
They took all that shit. And they went in the basement, found the song, and they put a marimba on it. And the limbo shit was happening in New York and on the East Coast. And he was like, let's send it up there. And that shit took off. And now they back in the game again.
Yep.
Like every time, them motherfuckers, niggas don't have.
That's a great team. That's a great ear, a great
life save.
I got a challenge. I got a challenge. Who's better? Them boys coming out of Stax or them boys coming out of Motown?
Oh, it's
That's not fair.
It's not fair.
Why?
numbers.
It's not. Yeah, it's not fair
Numbers.
because Motown
We're
has
talking
Smokey
about
Robinson
10
and Michael
to
Jackson.
about 60.
No.
Okay.
The
I can
numbers
just
is
go
skewed.
Smokey Robinson and
stop
Michael
it. I'm
Jackson.
talking about-
You can stop it.
It's just Smokey
Robinson.
No,
Like,
I'm not
it's-
talking about the singles. I'm talking about the band.
It's still.
It's same thing.
Here's
you?
the thing.
Ain't nowhere in
Motown
hell.
changed.
Do
Here's
you?
the thing. As a
No,
single,
no.
I'll say
I like
this.
that music.
I'll say this. As Booker T and the MGs as
Go
a
on,
singular,
go on.
as a singular, yeah, Booker T and the MGs as a singular band might be in front because Motown had so many different.
You said that when we first started.
But here's the thing.
But
The
they gotta
brass,
say-
I can go Earth, Wind, and Fire. Earth, Wind, and Fire will kill them.
Yeah, but that wasn't at the same time. This is 60.
I know that, but if you want to go band and what he was talking about in comparison, when you want to go band, if you just
Wait,
if you're
man.
gonna
He's
say-
talking about an era, though. He's talking about a certain
Just an era?
Just that,
era.
in a sense.
Yeah, just when-
not
that-
overall.
while Stax
I can.
was out.
Why Stax was out?
Stax with Stax band.
Isley Brothers.
I wouldn't argue that, but like I
Isley's
said,
was signed to
they
who?
didn't have the
Atlanta.
brass. They
Atlanta.
didn't have that brass.
They didn't have that brass. They didn't have that brass.
Song,
Yeah, I know they had that.
It was all guitar.
And
That's it.
Motown had one of the best drummers ever.
I can believe that.
It's a tough.
No.
You know what?
They had one of them, James Brown.
You know what?
Had the best drummer.
You know what? We all have old. We all have.
Best drummer, best bass player, best. Hey, James
Bootsy
Brown.
Collins.
James Brown had the best band.
Band.
Period.
He introduced the,
You know what I'm saying?
the break.
And yes.
Like he introduced
We,
the break.
we break on the one. We don't break on the one though. No one breaks on the one. Nobody hits it on the one. It's
Right.
on the two. It's on the next clap.
Your question is honestly, we can all have our opinions. We all need to go ask some people
It's a
older,
loaded
older
question.
than us.
Older than us.
Just because we can kind of like our knowledge is kind of going to be based on like what they said and what we kind of hear,
history
but we
goes to the
really need
winner.
to. We actually
They gotta
got
say
to
Motown because of the amount of hits.
They won.
That's a good argument because of that. But I understand what he's saying. It's just factually, I wonder because Motown did have some horns, but I know the way Stax did it was different. I need to like I need that's a musician can answer that question a little bit because you know them motherfuckers.
And it's also the time because we
They know.
hear music and just the same way we hear 96 hip hop and know that's 96 hip hop. Where somebody else, like you said, it's the next generation, they just like that's old school. So they'll lump it all together and they'll say, what's the best band with let's just say like the Roots or something. And then they'll give somebody out of era because they're out of era.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's I think what we're doing now.
Freaking!
You
I
just
didn't know.
remind me of
I
something.
didn't know until I just looked this up because I thought Isley's was on Atlantic, but then when I look at it, it say T-Neck, and I'm like, I remember that on the back of the album. But what I didn't know is that they were signed to Motown.
And so early.
Yeah, early.
Did not know that.
Because that's the thing about them. People don't know that they were a doo-wop, but
Yes,
they were a
yes,
band.
They were a band, doo-wop band.
but they were doo-wop. Like they did that. Like
This
Isley
whole heart
Brothers,
of mine. This whole heart of mine is a. You know what I'm saying?
Another takeaway from that Stax thing was the Clarence Avant pop up.
My man, rest in peace.
That nigga
The
popped
God.
up. He popped
Yeah.
up. And then how dude that he was in the meeting with that was running Stax kind of turned into Clarence Avant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Did he finesse?
What episode is
Did
this?
dude finesse?
You get to like.
Did he
that's like-
finesse his way in the
He
prison?
started, he started, he
3-4.
started doing some shit. Like he started moving.
Was he good for Stax or was he bad for Stax?
He was good for Stax. He was good for Stax. He was. He was
Why
good
would
for
you?
Stax.
Why would you ask if was he good or bad?
Because you can overextend
Well,
yourself.
because you can look at it like the down. So when the white people was running, was the trajectory up, and then you could look at it like when he came in, the downfall started.
Okay.
But that ain't really. See, because there's an
On some
argument.
Jimmy Carter president
Even though he
type
did some good things, but it was like.
But the thing,
it was more like
because he tried to cross them over,
so
it
had nothing to do with him.
No, it
because
didn't.
it was what the white boy had already signed. Before
Yeah,
paperwork. Yeah.
So he was kind of on some Obama shit. I'm fixing what the white man fucked up before me.
Because that contract,
I'm trying to.
That contract that Fam signed was one of the worst contracts you could ever sign.
At the same time, it was friendship but not. Like, one looked at it as friendship, and they said it in the thing. Like, one was always trying to gobble up everything he could, and the other one just, you know what I'm saying, was respecting the friendship. So, it's just like somebody in this room being like, hey, we've been doing business for 20 years, and I'm about to do business with this bigger company, and we don't got no paperwork. Let's do some paperwork. And I draw up something and I hand it to you, and you.
Why are you drawing this up? We've been working together for 20 years.
But you understand that I'm working with this company, and you're not reading it because who I am. You know what I'm saying? And
you just sign off. You
the only shady thing about your analogy is
what episode is that?
The only shady thing about your analogy is that the person you're talking about is an employee of the bigger company already.
Yeah, that's shady.
That's where it's like it's not like
nigga,
I'm about to
already,
go.
You know,
I'm already an employee of
my
this
next
company.
players.
Yeah, that's where it makes it shady.
What episode is that?
That was 3. 4 is
so the little 2 episodes I saw, who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying? Shit don't get cracking in 3.
And that's the thing. When Otis Redding died,
you
got that high of a fame, and Otis Redding died. Everybody would have closed shit. You know what I'm saying? It's almost
because that's the cap. That's the golden goose right now.
This guy was trying to make big moves, right?
You still
when do we ever take into account of being black in America and how we supposed to move within that dynamic, right? Especially at that time. You being this person who became the head of a record label, a prominent one, right? Y'all making noise. And you're trying to get the type of deals that we don't give to nobody, let alone you people.
Right.
That wasn't his problem. His problem was the fact that he tried to go independent.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Okay.
like nigga,
Well,
nigga.
That wasn't a deal. That's why I said.
Who the fuck do you think you are, nigga?
He tried to not take deals, so he was
And so I'm asking, should we always take that into consideration? Like trying to maneuver within this dynamic of being black in America, and trying to empower ourselves. Should we?
So are you asking, no matter how much power you get, understand your place in America?
No,
when you said it like that, that's like what I'm saying.
No,
but I don't mean it that
way.
You're right. No,
that ends up being the result.
It hurts my feeling that you're right.
That ends up being the result.
But I don't mean it that. But I mean.
Okay, Laurent. Hey, Laurent. I can answer your question.
That's horrible.
I can answer your question.
Yeah.
It takes something that a lot of people aren't willing to get to a place of, right? Because the way capitalism works, if you got the money, I can always push everybody else down. Right. So in order to be able to create a space where that money, you can get to a place where that money is, you got to change laws. If you got to get to a place to change laws, you got to start at a small space and get an overall majority of a bunch of people who are going to move the same way you want to, which that takes time. That takes about probably 10, 15, 20 years, especially if you want to get someone in the presidency,
that
right?
Type of network.
That is really what it takes to get to the place where you can actually play the game that they're playing when you talk about capitalism.
With that being said, me as trying to etch out my place in this thing of music in the 60s and 50s, right? Do I make my company the sacrificial? Like,
see, the thing
and
is,
am I bad for thinking I shouldn't?
No, here's the thing. It's a fucked up position because we look at people now who are in the same position, young artists. If I'm broke and I need a check, I'm gonna take $1 million if I never seen $1 million, right?
Yeah.
The smart play is no. I want no money, right?
Yeah.
Let's do this 50-50. And I'll get all my money on the back end, right? And let's work out how we budget the this and that and this and that and where it comes from. That's the smart play. But you get no money up front and you get no money to play with. That's the smart play. It's the same way like what BET did, right? BET, don't sell to Viacom.
Right.
Don't do that.
Right.
Keep it in our ownership, because when you sell it, because everybody understands why you would do that, because you want that check,
Right,
and I can
and
do
there.
all this.
It's the
No.
immediate-
The best move is
to
to
the-
maintain
Yes.
and be BET, because now if you maintain and be BET, guess what you are? You're
Your
a
own
streaming
entity. You're your own
By
shit.
now, think about it.
Yeah.
You could have been a streaming service
Yep, you your own
that you
shit.
could have had Revolt. You could have had this. You could have had
Complex, all
that. You
that
could have
shit.
had this.
I agree.
That's the.
You're
it's a longer
you're
play.
changing where I'm going.
No, it's
How
not.
do?
Well, let's
wait a
see.
second.
No,
Wait
no.
a second. How do I, in 1960
Yep.
and 50, look at the dynamic that I'm trying to get to and understanding the climate of, and not taking that into consideration while I'm moving? That's all I'm saying.
I'm
Like,
gonna tell you what happened.
Maybe his aggression was just as much as important to the downfall of Stax as the bad signing of the white dude, like the bad contracts he signed. You know what I mean?
But also, you
Like,
have to.
why don't I sit tight?
I'll tell you
work out of the problem of the bad contracts. Wait a few. Why don't
Because-
we? Is it the fact that we're gaining a little money is the thing that make us not look at the fact that we still black in
very
America?
quick.
You also
Very money quick.
You also have to
Yes.
add on to the fact
Yes.
that at the same time, if I make that long play, my
Yeah.
life is in danger. That's the other part. If you're talking about the 1960s and the 1950s, if you a black man and you attempt to build yourself up and you own your shit,
Yeah.
Clarence Avant was able to maintain himself because he played the game. But he
agree with
played
that.
the game in a certain way that everybody couldn't play that game.
Agreed.
Everybody
Ain't
can't
built
do
for
that.
that. Agreed.
And everybody can't play that game. But
I can
he
dig
played the game. If you're not willing to play that game,
Yeah.
we will kill you.
Yeah.
That's what it was in the 60s and 50s.
That sounds
Like,
about
we
right.
will kill
Yeah.
you.
No,
sounds
literally pop you.
Yeah, like
Elvis
this is,
went through the same thing. He went through the same
What?
thing.
This nigga brought up
No, he did. But his music.
didn't want to be on camera.
Nigga say Elvis.
He said, I don't want to be on
Hey,
camera.
hey.
We talking about black.
I mean, Elvis. He was a hero the most, but you know he never meant to be a true straight out racist.
Man, this nigga go cool. He go cool.
You know he was a hero the most, but he never meant to be a
Folks, though.
true straight out racist.
Hey.
He was, man.
yeah.
I'm not lying. Like, dude got screwed out of his contract.
He didn't
You
even catch it.
catch it. Hey.
Shout out to Chuck D.
but
That lets me know I'm walking
But
out,
here's-
Steve.
Aaron,
I caught that one. Look at this. Look at this.
Let
Aaron.
that old-
it's
Aaron,
really
look at this.
worthless.
Look at this.
Drop
Check this
Otis,
out.
bro.
Check this
That
out.
shit.
yeah, I was finna say.
You
After this.
know she's waiting,
Hey, how you say it?
Car.
anticipating.
Hey man, that's my
You
dick.
ain't gonna. You're just gonna keep.
But
like,
but you said when is the car
fucking
thing
with
gonna
niggas.
die out?
You ain't
And
gonna.
you compared
You
it
just
to.
ain't gonna play the shit, huh?
No,
You
but
compared
what
it
I'm
to
saying,
Stax,
bro,
bro.
Like, yeah, you
Where's
just-
the
he ain't gonna play.
when
that.
he's singing the record, bro,
We right back.
the high,
You did it.
I didn't mean,
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
did
think
it.
was that easy.
the high, and then right after the high, he slipped back in that. Bruh, that's talent, bruh.
A little tenderness.
No, run it back. They not getting what I'm saying, bruh. No, you gotta listen to this dude sing this record. He
Yeah, I know you getting that pocket.
He like, bro,
I
it's
know.
like, you know the cat from, what's the skunk was chasing the cat, and then
Pepe
every
Le
time
Pew?
he caught, Pepe Le Pew, when he caught her, he was like, listen, bitch. He's like, listen, bitch, I've been chasing you all over the earth, bitch. I just love you. And the bitch get away, she like, no, and take off, and he chase her for 3 more months, and he catch her again. But every time he catch her, that's how he's singing this record, bro.
So Otis Red is Pepe Le Pew.
Please, can we start over? I'm finna explain it to y'all right now. Listen, he's exactly doing a Pepe Le Pew.
She may be
Pepe Le Pew, he chases this fucking cat. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about Tom and Jerry.
No, you're not.
Woody Woodpecker.
No, you're not.
You talking about Pepe Le Pew?
No, but he was on another
I know.
cartoon. He was a
But
No.
I know. Here's
Warner
the thing.
Brothers, sir.
But
Here's the
Pepe,
thing. Only people who know
Pepe
Pepe
Le
Le
Pew
Pew
never had his
it's
own
only a few
cartoon.
people. We know that, but it's
he
only a
came
few
out
people.
on another cartoon.
Bugs
Every time
Bunny.
it was like there we go.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Pepe Le Pew is a character on Bugs Bunny. He chased a cat that he thought was a skunk, but it was a cat. And the cat was like, nigga, we different races. I don't fuck with you. But this cat, ladies and gentlemen, he chased this cat around the earth for how long? Eons? Forever.
Still, they
And
might still be going
sometimes
right
he would
now.
catch the cat. And when he caught the cat, no matter how long he was running, he would pull the cat ever so closely and he would sing, talk to the cat.
She's waiting.
How this man right here is singing this record.
Just anticipating.
You know what? You know what? Your story just made me think of something else with that.
Watch the breakdown.
The skunk was chasing pussy. Right? The pussy never wanted the skunk. Right? We can say it's because he was a skunk and it was a cat. This is a metaphor for fucking life, dog. For real. Men with a skunk in this understanding when Pappy Le Pew was being made. You know what I'm saying? Smooth talking ass, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You still can't get this pussy? You still can't get this pussy. And I'm gonna run. And you know what you gonna do? You gonna go chase me for this pussy.
She has agreed.
That guy. And Pepe Le Pew, when he was running for the pussy, it was the highs of this record. And when he caught her, it was the lows.
Yeah. Hey, god damn it.
It's blunt.
God damn it.
And this nigga ain't smoking.
Just saying.
When the dog.